Hello, hello everyone. It is Wednesday, which means I'm working on my webcomic, Tale of Cain. It is available on my DeviantArt, Tapas, Webtoons. I'm working on 2 other platforms right now. I'll let you know when those platforms have been updated. We are in the midst of inking. Ugh. Howdy, howdy, Shrimpy. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. I'm still eepy. I'm so tired. I took another nap during one of my breaks at work today. I think it's partially been very busy and active the past couple weeks, and I'm getting back in the habit of going on my walking treadmill at least once a day for like 30 minutes. So hopefully my endurance ups itself. Yeah. I'm just tired. I mean, I'm always usually tired, but I'm like extra tired. And then I've got a very busy weekend again this weekend, and then a busy weekend the 2 weekends following that. And probably a third, like, all of June is busy for me. And I was joking with one of my coworkers that I'll just sleep all of July. I'm just gonna sleep all of July at this point. I mean, I'm hoping being busy this month pays off, literally. Because I did get a little bit of financial aid for one of the shows I'm doing, but I still have to pay a decent chunk of change for my spot. And with the way gas prices are right now, I think I might still just get a hotel for that show. Because things are like nearly $5 a gallon right now. I'm like, I think a hotel is going to cost just as much as getting gas to drive back and forth from that show. Also, I did drive back and forth from that show a couple years ago, and it sucked. it real sucked. It really sucked. Like, I'm low-key worried that one of these days, like, between gas and groceries, that I'm not gonna have enough money even to go to work, you know? That's one of my main concerns. Like, what if it gets so bad that I can't even afford to go to my job anymore? Oh, that's right. I wanted to do, like, an outline around them. That's why it's like that. I can't remember what I did. What my plan was. Yeah, I mean, way back in the day, back when I still lived with my mom, um, she had a job where I swear to God, like, all of her entire paycheck just went towards gas. And I was even like, why are you like, why do you keep this job? Because, like, it's not doing you any good. It's costing you money to have this job. But, alright, I think I want to redo this one a little bit. Ah. Yeah, apparently, I mean, I wasn't the only one who applied for the financial aid either. Apparently, like 50 or so other people also applied, which is like the most this market's had to apply for financial aid. And part of me is like, I feel like more shows and conventions should do some sort of financial aid to help out, like, up and coming and, like, people who are just starting, because the cost of, like, doing a convention can range anywhere from like $150 to like $700 for an artist alley table. Ugh. Oh yeah, he borkin. He be borkin. Trying to do something new with Kane's eyes here. It felt really bad that I had to tell my Spelljammer D&D group that I'm in as a player that I can't do. I'm busy all month. But honestly, I'm okay with taking a little bit of a break from it because, like, my character's had a lot of focus lately. It's fine. I already know I'm stretching myself a little thin as it is, and I'm like, I cannot. I love my D&D groups. It's just I'm like, I'm already stretched thin as it is. I cannot do much else. Unfortunately. Yeah, because, like, I think the next session is scheduled for the 13th, which is, like, the day before my first Pride event. So it's going to be a lot of, like, last minute prep and, like, chores. Yeah, so like I brought my stuff down from my previous show. Well, mainly because I had the rental car while Bluey was in the shop. So I had to unload that. So everything is still like all the big stuff is still technically on my dolly. I haven't fully unpacked everything because I'm like, I'm just gonna have to repack it. So I might as well just leave it on the dolly for now. Exactly. Ugh, so eepy. Still so eepy. You know, we'll see what I can get done tonight. I want to get a decent chunk done just because I, even with everything going on this month, I still really want to try and get this done. I really, really want to be able to do at least one page a month this year. Oh my god. Nice. Yeah, we turned on our air conditioning not too long ago. The Midwest kind of gets both extremes in weather, unfortunately. So it gets really cold and it gets really hot and humid. So, like, very frigid cold during the winter, hot and humid during the summer. And, like, I'm fine with, like, a dry heat. It's just the humidity I hate. Like, oh, last weekend was very nice because it was, like, mid to upper 70s, nice cool breeze, and, like, the sun was out. Come on. I am looking to, like, forward to my outing with my mom this weekend, though. We're going to the museum. And it's going to be kind of weird to go to the museum twice in the same year. Before my previous trip to the Museum of Science and Industry, my last trip to that museum was like 10 years prior. Like, Chicago's great. It's a great city. I personally do not like traveling alone in the city. It stresses me out. And also, Chicago's quite a hole, so I'm like, I have to have a real good reason to go. Oh man, that's awesome. I hope it's a good time. I think I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on YouTube. I didn't really think about getting tickets, and I'm pretty sure all the ones at any theater remotely close to me are gone, so I'll just wait till it hits YouTube. Oh, I trust you. I trust you, Shrimpy. You were very good with the Pokemon AZ spoilers or ZA spoilers. So, oh, he be borkin'. When we let him out into the backyard, we let Roro out into the backyard, and he starts barking. We're like, oh, he's just like getting the neighborhood news. It's like the midnight bark, I think it's called, in 101 Dalmatians, where like all the dogs are like barking to like let all the other dogs know like the puppies got kidnapped. So when he goes outside and he starts barking, I'm like, oh, he's just getting the neighborhood news. He's getting that hot goss. Come on. I mean, I also like to gossip from time to time. Like, I like knowing about drama. I do not like being the target or the participant of drama. I'm just nosy. I like to know what's going on. But also, like, I don't really have the patience for, like, shenanigans and, like, high school level crap from, like, adults. Like, I didn't have a tolerance for the drama in high school, so I sure as hell don't have it now as an adult. I used to joke with my friends back in high school that they had enough relationship drama going on that I didn't need to get into a relationship of my own. I had enough to deal with. And this was before I figured out I was ace. Like, I really just did not have the tolerance for it. Like, oh man, there was like one time where, like, one of my friends in high school was trying to complain to me about their boyfriend, like, taking an interest in, like, their interests. I'm like, oh no, how horrible! You have a boyfriend who takes an interest in you. That must be so horrible. What? Like, do you want him to ignore you? I don't understand what the problem is here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I didn't get into, like, the actual, like, theater drama. Like, because I didn't get to do theater in high school. At one point in high school, I did want to do, like, stage stuff, like stage tech, like lighting and all that fun stuff, but the way you got into like the drama club is you had to have a very specific English teacher at my school, and he would basically recruit you from his class, and I never had him as a teacher. And like trying to find anything in the school, like any information in the school about like when the theater club or whatever met up and did stuff was like near impossible. So it was very a network heavy thing. So like yeah. I'm cool with the English teachers I did get, though. I'm still in touch, kind of, with one of them. He was very encouraging. He ran the anime club. So I remember for my freshman year, I'm at my first anime club, and I'm, like, drawing one of my OCs, and I'm using, like, the guidelines, like, and everything that they show you in a lot of how to draw books to, like, draw my OC. And, like, he came up to me, he's like, oh, you're actually using the guidelines instead of going in and at it blind. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what my book says. That's what my book tells me to do. He used to have his, like, own slice of life comic at one point, but I think after he started teaching or something, he stopped working on it, which is fair because I found it. It wasn't hard to find it. Yeah. I think my brother's girlfriend recently asked me like how I got started like doing character art and like character designs. And I'm just like, well, I kind of just like drawing little guys. I like making little guys. And I had like a how to draw book that I used. It was like a how to draw manga book. And I still have some of my how to draw books as reference. Just in case. You never know. Okay. Yeah, like, I just like making little guys. I like designing characters. Okay, I think... Okay, so we're gonna do... You know what? I'm just gonna... Yeah, I wanna do... I wanna try to finish all of the canes on this page. I want to finish all the canes on this page before I start anyone else. That way I only have to have one reference up at a time. Oh, I mean, I have had D&D characters where I hyperfixated on them real bad. Real bad. I have the one tattoo that I have on my forearm is a dagger with a butterfly on the hilt. Is like the crossbars. Because I played a rogue, and one of his design motifs was butterflies. So, when I got my tattoo, because I only have one right now, I want to get more, I just don't have the money. Yeah, so I love that character so much that I got, a tattoo to them. I got a tattoo inspired and dedicated to them on my forearm. Yeah, it's just like black ink line work. Because one, color costs a lot more. It's kind of more of a commitment. I'm okay with like basically having line art on my arm. I've been meaning to get some other tattoos. It's just funds have been really tight this year. Nice. There we go. Ugh. Man, it sucks that it got leaked. Like, people are just, I don't know. I don't want to be like kids these days because I don't even know if it was a kid who leaked it, but like, there's like no fandom etiquette these days. I swear. Like, I can understand like how people could be upset about the whole theatrical release being out a little bit before like the YouTube, but like, it's kind of a big deal that like a animated show from YouTube is getting a theatrical release for its finale. You know? Like, that's the big thing people should be focusing on. And like, So what? You have to wait an extra 2 or 3 weeks to watch it on YouTube. It's a lot faster than like having to wait for something to come to streaming or to DVD. Like, part of me is like, I would love it if like someday Tale of Cain could get an animated series, but like, I'm honestly just happy with it being a comic right now. Because if it were to be an animated series, I don't know how to animate. I haven't touched an animation software in over 10 years. And it was very basic stuff. Like community college, you're learning how to use Flash animations. I'm not like a VivziePop or a Gooseworks or whatever. Like, I don't have a background in animation. My background is a different section of sequential art. I think if I were to choose like a studio right now off the top of my head that I would like to have handle Tale of Cain, it would probably be Titmouse. The people behind the Critical Role animated series. Um or like the people behind Avatar The Last Airbender. So like cuz like there's a little bit of like there's a lot of Critical Role and Avatar influence in Tale of Cain. Like even like my art style is very heavily influenced by Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've had a lot of people tell me that it gives that kind of vibe, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was given more Pokemon, but I do appreciate the comparison. To be compared to one of the most influential TV shows, animated shows I watched growing up, awesome. Love it. But I'm also like fine with Tale of Cain being what it is. Heck, I'd be more like I'd be down for like a comic dub of it before it gets animated. Like, God, if I ever get a comic dub of Tale of Cain, I might cry. I might legitimately cry out of joy. Because several years ago, like at least 10 or so years ago now, I went to ASEN in my area, which is an anime convention, dressed as my Nuzlocke protagonist, Elon, at the time, and someone recognized me, and I nearly broke down crying because they recognized my character. So, like, I don't know what I'll do if someone comes up to my booth at a con dressed up as one of my characters. I think I might just cry. I cry easily when I'm overwhelmed emotionally. I just cry. Cry when I'm happy, cry when I'm mad, cry when I'm sad. Just crying. Crying all over the place. I'll be tear-bending all over the convention center if someone came up to my booth cosplaying as one of my little Blorbos. Because, like, making a comic is hard, but also, like, cosplay is so much harder. There's a bot. Shrimpy, get the bot. Listen, I love getting fan art, okay? I love getting fan art, and thanks for getting that bot. I love fan art. Like, there's so many things I want to do fan art for. I just don't have as much time as I used to. Like, we're almost a year into campaign 4 of Critical Role. I haven't done a single piece of fan art for it yet. Not a piece. I've been so busy. I really want to draw Cadigan. He's got a wolf. And then there's Belair. And then there's Murray. Like, all the characters are so good. Just don't have a lot of time to draw fan art. I'm thinking maybe starting maybe in July, at least one Friday a month on stream is just fan art Friday, where I just doodle whatever the hell I want. Like, no commissions, no video games. I just get to draw whatever I want. And I get to experiment and do studies and stuff. Because I think that's part of my frustration right now, is I don't have time to really do studies. Because on the weekends, I'm just like a potato. I just turn into a doom-scrolling couch potato. Like, I think in August, my roommate's going on a trip, and I'm so tempted to just, like, take that Friday off from work that when they're gone, so I can just chill out at home. But I also might have a convention later on in that month that I'll have to work, so I don't want to burn a PTO if I don't have to burn a PTO. Yeah, I think we'll add a fan art Friday to the rotation. Just because there's, like, stuff I'd like to draw. But I don't necessarily have, like, the time or the means to throughout the week. Because right now, I'm trying to finish the Rainbow Poke Pride print. I got, like, all of the green section inked, or, like, sketched and inked. I started on the orange section and everything. Like, I downloaded... Yeah. So, like, I'm cranking through, because I really want to try to get that Rainbow one done by the time, the Pride Fest hits. Which is like, not this weekend, but the next weekend. And I'm like, oh shit. I can print it at home in a pinch. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my printer to cooperate with me. So, I might have to look up some YouTube tutorials, but we'll see. Okay. That'll work. There we go. All of the canes are inked. All of the canes are inked. Woo! Okay, now, who should we do next? Should we do the professor or should we do Valira? Okay, Valira it is. Makes sense. I've actually been thinking about how Valira dons and doffs, takes on and off her breastplate. Because typically you need, like, a squire to do that. And I'm just thinking, like, her belt buckle's enchanted. She can just tap it and her armor, like, disappears into it. Yeah. Because, like... she's working for a very powerful, noble family. So it makes sense to me that they would, like... they're like, hey, we're sending you off on, like, a solo assignment. You're the singular bodyguard to our heir. So you're not going to have any help getting in and out of your armor. So we're just going to provide you with some enchanted armor. Enchanted armor as a treat. Exactly. I really need to update Valera's character sheet. This art's so old. I don't even draw her hair like that much like that anymore. push this expression a little bit more. Yeah, because I'm thinking this Friday is going to be a commission stream. Just because I wanted to keep Monday focused on finishing the Pokemon print. So, I think Friday's going to be a commission stream. And then if I could finish the commission during stream, then I'll switch to like doing studies or doodles or whatever. I think I put her bangs too low. I'm just trying to figure out her expression mostly. I really appreciate it, Shrimpy. Like, you should never go broke commissioning someone, but I also do offer payment plans. I mean, half is always due up front, regardless. But after that, I'm down to do payment plans, because I get it. I wish I had the mindset to commission people more, honestly, but I don't know. I've never really had the money to commission people for art. I think the last time I commissioned someone, I still haven't gotten that art, actually. So and I'm also like, if I want something bad enough, I'll just do it myself. Alright, how are we gonna do? That. Don't. Ah! Valera, why is your hair? Why? Why? It's just a difficult angle, that's all. That's all. I got it. I can do this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, my earlier days of doing my Patreon, because I've had my Patreon for a long time. There was a period in my Patreon where I did do monthly art requests for my patrons. It just got a little cumbersome to handle, because like there are sometimes like people wouldn't respond with what they wanted right away, and then like the stress of trying to get it all done before the end of the month on top of working my jobs. Like, I wouldn't mind at some point doing like a monthly print or sticker club. It's just like, it's not feasible for me right now, unfortunately. Because like, There's one artist I follow, the Starfish Face. She also has a webcomic of her own called Cast Off, and she's got a mail club and a monthly print club. And but like she produces everything in-house, and I really don't have the equipment or the time to make stickers from scratch, like at home. Like I've tried, and like I'm still trying to get used to my printer. I'm still trying to figure out the correct settings for everything. So I've got like another friend online, and she does like a monthly sticker club with like a new theme every year on her Ko-fi, and like it's so cool. But I'm also like, I also don't use a lot of stickers. I hoard stickers more than I use stickers. I should get a sticker binder one of these days, but that's not a priority right now. Because, like, I got stickers stuck to my computer tower with poster tack. And, like, I'll put stickers on my laptop, but the stickers that go on my laptop, I'm like, I have to be okay with, like, these eventually going away and getting damaged. Because my laptop gets, like, travels with me almost everywhere. Like, I'm a little bummed that, like, I have an Essex sticker on there. That's kind of slowly peeling off because of where I placed it. It's getting a lot of wear and tear on it. And I'm like, I really like this sticker. But I had to stick it somewhere. Because one of the last times I took my computer tower apart, I had to take off all the stickers. And at that time I was using masking tape. So, like, half the, like, the waxy paper that the sticker's on came off with it. And I'm like, great, now I gotta use this sticker. I gotta put it somewhere. I also put stickers on my sketchbook, but the sketchbook is a bit more thoughtful as well, because like my sketchbook is really small, so I don't just put anything on my sketchbook. Nice. Like, what is it? Earlier this year I was doing a show and somebody thought my Poke Pride prints were sticker sheets, and I'm like, oh no, they're just prints. But I'm like, oh, but that's a really good idea. Maybe I should like try to convert those into sticker sheets, but also that'll cost a lot of money. Which I don't have a lot of right now. So like, it's not hard to get a sticker sheet made. It's just like the money right now. There we go. Because like on average, so like I think my last sticker order, I only got like 4 designs. Each sticker was like 3 inches by 3 inches approximately, depends on the sticker. And I got like the minimum quantity I could get, and it cost me over $100. And that was just for like basic matte or gloss finish. Like it wasn't anything fancy. Yeah. Like even when I do like my pins, it can get pretty pricey. Granted, like with both with pins and stickers, the cost per unit goes down the more you order. It's also, I don't want to buy like 200 stickers and then they don't sell, and then I'm stuck with a sticker design that doesn't sell. Cause like, there's like, I have like, a Bulbasaur themed, like boba tea sticker that I've had since I started doing this, and I'm almost sold out. And I've told my roommates, like, once this is gone, it is gone. I want this. I'm not selling it anymore. Yeah, buying inventory is a tricky business because, like, when I first started a couple years ago, I overestimated how much something would move. Because, like, I got my Disney princess, my Disney D&D princess prints of, like, different Disney princesses as D&D characters. And I thought those would be like selling like hotcakes. I've barely sold any. So, and then like I have a bunch of like Marvel character mini prints as well, because my thought process was when I made these prints was that they're like low cost and like something like kids could afford with their allowance, sort of thing. So I wanted them to be accessible art for kids. Kids have no interest in it. They don't care. So kids do like my pins though, which is nice. Though one of the last shows I did was was like PokeCon, and like I did like an Easter themed print for that, and I think I sold one the entire weekend. And it was because it had Smeargle on it. And this one little girl came up and just like was so happy that there was like something with Smeargle on it, because Smeargle was one of her favorites, one of her favorite Pokemon. And she's like, there's never anything with Smeargle on it. And I'm like, listen, I love Smeargle, so that's why I put Smeargle on there, because I like Smeargle. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. that's why I do like the little Pokemon art cards, though, is because I can't reasonably make a pin for every Pokemon. I could, it's just not a good use of space by any means. Because like, if I were to do a pin for every single Pokemon, every single form, that would just be my entire booth. And then some. Like, I don't think I could fit that on a standard, like, 6x2, 8x2 space. I would need to have, like, a corner spot every time. Or, like, an exhibitor spot to make that work. Yeah. Like, even as stickers, it'd be a lot of real estate. I've seen people do it. Like, they have entire shops based around, like, oh, I have a sticker for every Pokemon. And I'm like, damn. That's crazy. I just stick to, like, the starters and whatever's popular. So, like, if I notice a Pokemon's really popular, I'll make a pin for it and carry it in, like, small quantities. I don't stock up as much. Because, like, I have some Gengar pins, and I've got Togepi pins. And I've had people, like, I'm very much, like, if I get enough requests from people, I might consider making a Pokemon pin of whatever they're talking about, but, like, a Toga pin, that's so cute. Because, like, last year, I think at one of the Pride events I did debut... I did have my Togepi pin in stock, and someone bought it because they had a Togepi-themed Ita bag. Just remembered that I need to, like, close these off. Because these are behind Kane. Gonna look a little weird. Yeah, so, like, I might... the thing is, like... There's just too many there's, like... Positively, like, there's so many Pokemon that it's really hard to, like, cater to everybody. So I have to pick and choose who gets merch and who doesn't. And I know, like, some people really like the really niche ones, and, like, I saw someone on TikTok talking about how, like, their favorite Pokemon is Ribombee, and, like, Ribombee, it doesn't really have a lot of merch, so, like, all of their merch is, like, all their, like, their collection is, like, a couple of cards and some perler bead art they made, and, like, handmade stuff, because, you know, there's just not merch. And I'm just like, yeah, unfortunately. Like, Nintendo Pokemon cannot feasibly make, like, excessive amounts of merch for every Pokemon. It's just not possible. Like, they have the little, like, sitting cuties, which I think is a good way to try to get, like, everybody a plushie of their favorite Pokemon. Because every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. About to get real weird here. Because Valira's hidden behind here. So I gotta close these lines off so I can fill them in later. There we go. I'm just gonna... There we go. Yeah, because I think a couple of years ago, I was at C2E2 in Chicago, and there was one of the vendors in the dealer's hall who had, like, an entire, like, crate, a giant bin just filled with the sitting cuties. And I dug through it after being like, how many? How much do they cost? And they were like, oh, like 20 each, or like there was like a deal if you bought multiple, which isn't unusual. So I dug through. I bought myself a Misdreavus and an Elekid, and then I found an Aggron for my brother because he loves Aggron. Okay. Alright. Listen. As I said earlier, every Pokemon is someone's favorite. Okay. Ugh. No, you're good. You're good. She's very grumpy. Her job's at stake. go. I kind of low-key just want to color in Kane for the next couple minutes. Because Valera is partially blocked on this panel over here by the professor, so I think I just want to get some flats done. Yeah. Those are too big. Wrong button. Oop. Wrong layer. Alright. Oh, we still have this top panel. Almost done. There we go. Ooh, look at all that. Not bad, not bad. Got all the canes done. All right. Let's see who we're raiding into tonight. Ooh, Midgelings is up? Alright. We're gonna raid into Midgelings tonight. It looks like they're also working on art. I'll be back on Friday with a commission stream. So until then, have a lovely day, have a lovely night. And I'll see y'all again real soon. Thank y'all for coming.